parked here under this shady overhang carport thingy at Walmart. Went in, did my shopping. I had just gotten my van washed. Now I gotta do it again because of this couple down here, up here. These pigeons, boom, they nailed me hard. Ah. Come on. I'm still in Arizona. Last week I went and got dental work done in Mexico. That was my last video. I was working on my next one, but I realized I had to publish a video I made last August through October. I'm going to show you that now. And that was about the time I lost my car keys during the reunion with my boys in the Adirondack Mountains, which is in upstate New York. So this video is not about the desert. The desert has not been kind to me. Neither were the Adirondacks, but I just keep rolling and things work out. So check it out. Video from last summer about how I locked my keys in the car way out in the boonies with no cell reception, and it was a tight spot. You'll see. In late August, I met my sons at Long Lake in the Adirondack Mountains of upstate New York. When they were little, I took them camping every summer for 2 weeks. We hadn't been back since they were grown. We rented a pontoon boat and spent the day fishing and swimming and jumping off rocks into the lake. When we turned in the boat, I couldn't find my GoPro camera or my car keys. Luckily, I'd gotten a spare key made when I bought the van, and I put it in a magnetic box and hid it in the wheel well of the super van. We searched the gear over the next few days and never found my keys and camera. After the boys left, I did a thorough search of the super van and didn't find them. I was down to one key, the original spare key. I tried to get it duplicated so I'd have another spare to put in the magnetic box, but the local hardware store couldn't make that kind of key, and I planned to try at another hardware store in a town farther away when I was going that way. So I was down to one key. I ordered a new GoPro camera, which turned out to have more features and cost less than my lost GoPro. Then my main camera died, and I had to replace that, which I did. Then my auxiliary hard drive crashed, the one with all my raw video footage. I ordered a replacement for that, and got the warranty this time. It crashed immediately, but I was able to get it working again. So my backup key was all I had that fateful morning, way out in the boondocks, when I got up intending to make coffee and clear my sleepy head. When I closed the door to keep the mosquitoes out of the super van, I immediately realized I had locked my only spare key inside. I couldn't get back in. I spent hours trying. I finally started walking out to the intersection of two remote roads in hopes of flagging down a passing car. I saw 3 cars that day and asked all of them to notify the ranger if they saw her that I had locked my keys in my van and needed help. I was hoping she had one of those tools to unlock a car door. I went back to camp, hopeful that I'd get help. Then I saw a cop car pull into my campsite. He was friendly. He didn't have an unlocking tool. He informed me that the only locksmith that would come this far out to unlock it wasn't available today. Maybe tomorrow he could come, but he'd have to charge $300 because it would take him most of the day. I figured replacing a broken window was cheaper. Also, I had no sleeping bag or tarp to spend the night outside of the super van, so I had to either sleep in the outhouse or break a window. This is the outhouse I would have had to stay in. But this isn't so bad, really. I mean, the problem would have remained in the morning. And it poured rain that night. There's a faint odor of mildew, but other than that, that is a nice outhouse. The cop offered me his baton, but it wouldn't break the window. I tried a big rock, but it just bounced off. I tried a tire iron, but it wouldn't break. Finally, the cop used the tire iron with a big, hard swing, and the glass shattered. I thanked him, and he left. I had a piece of plexiglass that I kept on top of the dresser to protect it from spills, which fit perfectly to replace the broken window. I had liquid nails to glue it in place, but it only dripped down between the frame and the plexiglass, so I used clear tape. I had to head for Michigan for the meet and greet, so once I was there, I found a glass replacement business in Howell, Michigan called Cousins, so I had them replace it. It cost nearly $200, so I saved $100 rather than have the locksmith come to my camp. Then I had a free moment and was checking my phone for missed calls. I found 2 from the Long Lake Marina where we rented the pontoon. I don't have voicemail set up because I get a lot of calls from strangers, and my friends know to just text me. So Long Lake Marina couldn't leave a message. But I figured I owed them for gas or some damage that I didn't know about, so I called them. Turns out my GoPro and car keys were left in the glove box of the pontoon we rented. I didn't know there was a glove box or that my stuff was in it. But it sure was good to go there and get my keys. I gave the guy a nice tip for his honesty. So I got my GoPro back, my car keys back, and all was well. When I found a hardware store that could copy my spare key, I had them do it 3 times and bought magnetic key boxes. Now I have my main key with the fob and 4 spare keys, 1 for each wheel well. No more locking my keys in the super van. Before I left the campsite where we had to shatter the glass, I swept up every little bit of broken glass I could find because I wanted to leave the campsite spotless, which I did, but it was a lot of debris because you couldn't really separate the glass from the gravel and the dirt, but I did my best, and it was an ordeal, the whole adventure, and I made it through.